For the 11th standard, let us study a new topic today. It's based on writing skill. And the topic is notice writing. So first let us understand the main points to be written in notice writing. Notice writing. We all have been seeing notices either on the blackboards or on the notice boards. That's called the notice writing. The main points of the notice writing. Let us come to this. First, it is written in a box. It's always written in a box. Second, it's word limit. Word limit means the words you're writing, the words you're containing. Its word limit is around 50 to 60 words. Okay. Third, always the notice is written at the top. Fourth point, there shouldn't be any usage of, in the notice na specially, there shouldn't be any usage means the use, okay, the usage of personal language or personal pronoun. Personal language means like me, I, you, your, this and all should not be used when you write the notice. Fifth point, the main points, or you can say the main details of the notice has to be written. Details means when it is conducted, any program or anything, details has also to be mentioned, And where is the notice to be written, that is also to be considered, like any institution or any community or any society or any welfare association. So these points must be noted down. Next is your margin. Whenever you write the notice, the margin has to be considered. Now let us come to the notice how to write it down. First let us make one box. Because as I have told you, it's always to be written in a box only. The first step, see here I am writing. The first step is to write the notice in capital letters. It's always written in the capital letters so that it is seen. Second, you have to write any institution name. Like suppose let us take APJ School, Delhi. For an example only I am giving you. It's for an example. It is written in capital letters, and the school name also is to be written in capital letters, like APJ School and Delhi. So here we have to leave one line. Suppose if it is your notebook, then leave one line. Now let's come to the date. So today's date is 12th May 2020. Okay students, and the day is Tuesday. These are the main starting points. Again, after leaving one line, you have to write here the title. What you have to write? The title. The title you can write like any annual function. Okay, annual function, or you can write any summer camp, or you can write any blood donation camp. So these are the main title. Even the title has to be written in the capital letters. After this, always start the notice with a formal language, not informal. You have to start with a formal language. Like, again I have to leave one line here. Formal language means like this you can write. It is hereby informed that the school is going to organize its annual function. As I have told you earlier, annual function on 10th October. You can give any stipulated date. 10th October 2020 in the school campus. Either you can write school campus or you can write school playground. So anywhere, or school auditorium. After this, you have to write down interested participants. Those who are interested to participate, interested participants can submit the names, or you can submit the names to the activity in charge, names to the whosoever is conducting, or whosoever the names are being given to the activity in charge. Activity in charge. After this, you can write in the details. Actually, details means where it is to be conducted, when it is to be conducted, and what are the timings. So for this, you can write down like this: the details are as follows. Okay, well, how will you write down? The details are as follows. Suppose your time, your date, and your venue. Venue means where are you conducting? Where are you conducting? Suppose time, you can write down 9 a.m. because 9 a.m. to evening 5, because it's a lengthy program. So it takes time, right? 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the date is 10th October 2020. You can give any stipulated date. And venue is school campus. I have mentioned in the notice, school campus. After this, you have to leave one line so that it doesn't get anything congested. Nothing is congested. Or you can leave one line here like this also, no problem. Just a minute. You can leave one line here. Either you can draw as your notebooks I am discussing. You all have in the notebooks the lines now. In that way I am discussing. Either you can make one line here. Means you can leave a line. After this, you can write down whosoever is conducting for further details. Means for other queries, or for the other problems, or for other discussions. For further details or query, contact the undersigned. Undersigned means whosoever is conducting. Okay, undersigned. Whenever you write this undersigned, your name and the designation is very must. Name and designation is very must, because without that it is unknown that who is going to conduct and what is to be conducted. So what you have to do is, here you have to write down, suppose Saurabh, or you can give any name. Saurabh you can give, or you can give Shruti. You can give the name, and here you can write down activity in charge. Activity in charge. So this was about your notice writing. Notice writing we all see in the newspapers, in the magazines, regarding the tender notice, regarding the function notice in any organizations, institutions, communities, or any welfare associations. And main points I have told you, always written in a box, contains 50 to 60 word limit, and it's written at the top, then your institution name, then your date and day. This is your date and this is your day. After that, these kind of language, these kind of personal pronouns are not to be used. These are not to be used. Main details and main points always has to be given in a box. And see the margin. Suppose if this is your notebook page, you have to see the margin. That means your handwriting should not go in zigzag way. It should not go in zigzag way. It should be in a proper format according to the written. And margin has to be considered. So this we have discussed today about the notice writing.